Welcome back into the Sports Source. Guys, quick segment here, Tennessee baseball. Kentucky swept the Vols this weekend. Missouri and Vanderbilt currently sit atop the East Division, which shoots a hole in the whole UT is too far north to really succeed at baseball thing. The Vols are not only last in the East, they're dead worst in the SEC with only 5 wins in 18 games. I don't think many people expected that, including Dave Serrano in his 4th year. He has 1 more year on his contract. I don't think he's in trouble. And if I'm Dave Hart, I don't put him in trouble at this point. We'll discuss that. But do you think he should be feeling heat at this point?
I mean, be feeling long range heat for next year for sure. But you know, at what point do you Tennessee baseball went through decades of mediocrity
until Rod Delmonico. And you've been mediocre since Rod Delmonico. And to be fair, you were mediocre at times with Rod Delmonico, but he
I think it says more about where your program historically is than it does about Dave Serrano.
Well, Dave Serrano was a home run hire. Took 2 different programs to the College World Series, and he comes into Tennessee, a program that has been to the College World Series 3 times.
3 times in the Delmonico.
Yeah, so everybody thought, including me and including, I'm sure, Dave Serrano, that that's a great hire. They're going to be back in the College World Series, and they're not anywhere close to it. This is his 4th year, and they're
not seeing progress.
And there's certain, with anybody, there's going to be minimum standards that you have to meet, and then you can only so long say. But here's the thing.
And I would think 14th in the SEC out of 14 is pretty much the minimum.
John, their top 4 hitters were averaging like 301. Okay. The next 11 guys were basically under 200. Yeah. So you can't hit, you don't really score, you don't have the speed you need. I mean, you got to get the moving parts.
They make too many errors.
And I'll fully say, look, I championed this hire. I thought it was brilliant for what you just mentioned. Yeah. Cal State Fullerton, I think huge Cal State fan Kevin Costner could get them to the College World Series. But the fact that Dave Serrano got Cal Irvine, he took the Anteaters to the World Series, and that's a program that to that point had not been traditionally a baseball power like Cal State Fullerton. To me, I as a matter of fact, when they hired him, I said this is the hire they should have made instead of Todd Raleigh.
Right.
Yeah. If you remember, they had to get over his degree and where he went to school before they finally said let's hire him. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked by this. And here's the thing, though: if you're Dave Hart, do you really just?
Right now, do you go kick the anthill to be able to sit there and to go ahead and go through another coaching hire and a coaching this and a coaching that? And here's the other thing: Serrano has not recruited poorly. It's not like he's brought in players and everybody goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" I mean, he's got guys that were sought after by other teams, and I mean, it's almost at times you look at it, it's almost like a chemistry situation.
And this year, it's been like the freshman and sophomore that they were counting on that really have not been able to come through. And it's compounded, guys, by the fact you're not even going to make the SEC tournament.
Correct.
So if you don't make the SEC tournament, I mean, that's like not even making the NIT
you made it
or
1
something.
out of 4 years, and last year, what was it, a play-in game that you played Vanderbilt?
First round game. They were the first team out. Yeah.
Here's the trouble moving forward. And if you're Dave Hart, I don't know that I make a move here, because here's the thing about any of these. Once you get past football, men's basketball, women's basketball, you're talking about if the team wins, there's 1,500 people there. If they lose, there's 1,500 people there. I'm not pulling my hair out over UT baseball if I'm Dave Hart right now.
Right.
However, if you're going to give Dave Serrano the 5th year of his contract, can you really expect improvement? How's he going to recruit this year as a lame duck? I mean, can we really? I mean, they're going to have to turn a corner next year based mainly on these guys, because I don't know how he's going to sign a lot of stars.
To answer your question, whether he recruits or not, they're going to have 1,500 there.
Yeah. And it also shows how tough the SEC is in baseball. The SEC might even be even tougher in baseball than it is in football.
It's awfully good.
It really is.
It is, but I think Tennessee fans will sit there and say, well, okay, that's fair and good, but why are Kentucky and Vandy and Missouri outgunning you? It is tough. It's a tough league, but South Carolina has gone from down to up. Georgia's had its ups. I mean, you've seen programs that traditionally were down have gone up.
Vanderbilt's got a great coach, and that just shows you what the right coach can do anywhere.
And that's what's so bizarre is I think all of us thought Dave Serrano was the right coach. It may turn out to be, but as of right now, the results are just the only word I can use is stunning. I'm kind of stunned by the fact they've been that bad. But we'll have to watch it and see where it goes from there. I don't think he's in any trouble for next year, but we'll see how he does next year and where it goes. All right. When we come back, Rick Barnes, as we mentioned earlier, he's going to have some barriers to overcome in terms of recruiting this year. It's not NCAA sanctions or anything like that, but it's reminiscent of the Buzz Peterson to Bruce Pearl handover a few years ago. We'll discuss that. Come on back on the Sports Source.